this keeps getting crazier for the New York Yankees, as with the trade deadline just 48 hours away, the Yankees have been linked to be interested in multiple huge name pitchers to beefing up their pitching rotation and just add more talent onto this team, while questions loom about who they would have to trade in order to move or make moves for these guys, and we're going to break it all down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. We're going to jump right into things as always. If you guys are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates. It is full-blown trade season right now. Things are getting very crazy. Me and Alex have a ton of videos dropping over the next couple of days, and you do not want to miss out on all the great content. That all being said, let's jump into the video. There's a lot to go over on the Yankees. As Brian Cashman is going crazy right now. The Yankees have already made multiple moves, but they are not at all done yet. The team is trying to go out there and acquire as much talent for this team as humanly possible, and they've done that already when it comes to position players. They got Ahmed Rosario, they got Ryan McMahon, but now the eyes have really turned towards pitching. They are also still looking for someone who could hit a lefty pitcher very well because they have so many lefty batters on this roster right now. So they're also looking for that, but right now the main thing that they are looking for is pitching. And there have been multiple names floated around the Yankees right now, and honestly, one of them has been one of the longest tenured names for being floated around the New York Yankees, and that is Sandy Alcantara. Now, Alcantara has been floated for the Yankees for a very long time now, and now with the trade deadline just very close by, the rumors and news is heating up, as it was revealed by Eli Sussman, who's a reporter for the Marlins, that the Marlins do not need to force a trade that they're uncomfortable with. Alcantara remains under contract for 2026 and 2027 with a $21 million club option. There's a good chance that his performance and consistency will improve as he gets further removed from Tommy John surgery. Though there's also some risk that injuries or natural decline could continue to erode his value. Contending teams who are reportedly willing to deal young talent for that immediate starting rotation reinforcements include the Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, New York Yankees, San Diego Padres, and San Francisco Giants. Now, on top of all that, Earl Simmons also did mention that he was here and the Yankees are showing interest in Sandy Alcantara and Edward Cabrera, and the two teams believe they will match up well due to New York's surplus of major league ready position players. Something to watch throughout this week as the trade deadline looms. So obviously things are getting very crazy right now because of how close the trade deadline is, and the Alcantara news was obviously always going to come back. We knew this story was not done yet, and just looking at his numbers, he has not been at all good this season. He has a negative 1.5 WAR this season. He's 5-9. He's got a 6.66 ERA. He's got 20 starts thus far, so he's in the thick of it, and he is not improved at all since coming back off Tommy John surgery. In 104 innings pitched, he has 77 strikeouts and a whip of 1.433. These numbers are way down from the former Cy Young in 2022, and now 3 years removed from that, there is genuine fear that Tommy John surgery might have ended his prime, and now he could just be on the decline. Now, if that's the case, obviously the Marlins are going to be in a lot of trouble. They already suck, so that's not a big concern, but at the same time, he was the guy who they were going to get a ton of prospects for. His value has lowered because now there's a risk that teams would be giving up a lot for a guy who's going to give you nothing. So, if that's the case, teams are going to be more weary, and they're not going to be willing to give up their top 3 prospects. Like, before the season began, Jason Dominguez and George Lombard Jr. likely would have both had to be added to a trade for Alcantara. That is no longer the case now. The Yankees now, you have to wonder, what is the price for a guy like Sandy Alcantara? Who is getting moved in a situation like this? Do you look at a guy like a Cam Schindler or someone who is, like, expendable? Or is even he too much for Alcantara? Because I'm not fully comfortable with doing a trade like that. And that's what we have to look at. The Marlins are certainly going to ask for at least one top 5 prospect off the Yankees. And as long as that's the case, sure. But also, they're looking for position players. So, at the same time, Spencer Jones is not getting given up for Alcantara also. So, what and who is Brian Cashman going to be willing to give up for Alcantara? Because Lombard and Jones, they're off the table for this now. I mean, Alcantara has not proven anything, so they're off the table. You then look towards what, Roger Arias? Like, is that what you go towards next? I'd trade him. He's a shortstop. We have George Lombard coming up. I'd trade Arias. I would trade Yorbeat Bibas. Not going much further, if I'm being honest. Why would you? Honestly, why would you? in his most recent starts, it's not like he's improved either. He's got an ERA of 6.60 over his last 5 starts. He's 1-1. He's got 18 strikeouts in the 5 appearances and the 30 innings that he's pitched. He's averaging around 6 innings per game, which is good. Almost every single game he's pitched 6 innings. One he pitched 5 and the other he pitched 7, but the 7 innings was the one that he got a win in. And look, he pitched great. He pitched 7 innings and didn't allow a single run. That's awesome. Good for Sandy. But outside of that, there's also been multiple games where he's had an ERA over 10 in that situation. And that game where he pitched and didn't allow a run, let's just be aware that the rest of these games, we saw 4 runs allowed, 6 runs allowed, 5 runs allowed, 7 runs allowed. Why would you trade anything of too much value for that when this has been the story all season long? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't really think this makes any sense at all, if you ask me. And Dustin May is now another name being linked to the Yankees as well. May, so far this season, is a 6-7 win-loss record with a 4.85 ERA in 18 starts in the 19 games he's pitched. He has 97 strikeouts and 104 innings pitched and a whip of 1.346. Now, May is a very interesting case and now linked to the Yankees, as it was revealed by Pat Ragazzo that the Yankees have emerged as an early frontrunner for Dodgers right-handed pitcher Dustin May. Now, the big thing about Dustin May is that he was once a top prospect. Once MLB Pipeline's 35th ranked prospect and the Dodgers' number 2 prospect, it felt like May was another future star pitcher for this Dodgers team. But a few things happened, mainly injuries. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries, and then he ate bad lettuce, and he was out for a very long period of time as well. So he's had terrible injury luck, and also the UCL is a serious concern. Once you have that second UCL tear is when things start to really get a bit nerve-wracking. So it's definitely something that the Yankees should be aware of and not really give up anything of value for, because May's been around the NFL, the MLB for a long enough time now where when you look at his career, it's not like things are going great. He had some good moments for sure when he first came up, but then he got injured and things kind of changed. He missed the entirety of 2024. It feels like if you're going for Dustin May, you can't give up that much as well, just because what are these names right now? These guys were once upon a time really something special, and now they're not. I don't see the point of this, and if you can get them for a bargain, yeah, I'm not saying don't do it, but I mean, May was supposed to be great, and obviously there was a ton of Dodgers pitchers as well, which made his life a little bit harder on how to get like more starts and more time up at the MLB level. But still, the Dodgers probably just should have traded him earlier, and now they're gonna be at a much lower. They're gonna be selling him off at a much lower cost than they once could have a few years ago, in 2020, 2021, that time span. So it feels like just an error by the Dodgers as of right now. But Dustin May does seem like someone who the Yankees would go after and try to see if they could get right. But after 2 Tommy John surgeries, I don't really trust that at all. Do you guys want to see the Yankees make either of these moves? I think there's just better pitchers out there for the team. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees.